Brian, new manager for Town with Sam Ricketts coming in to take over.
Yeah, we're delighted to get that over the line. Obviously grateful to Wrexham for allowing us to speak to him, and we're delighted now to have Sam on board. We see him as a promising young manager that fits the model that we're always looking for, an ambitious manager as well, and one hopefully they can take the club forward.
That's the thing as well, we've spoken before about the structure at Shrewsbury Town with the academy and the first team as well, so he seems to slip really well into that.
Well, that was part of the process that the chairman and I have been going through over the last 3 weeks, is to ensure that the person that came in and obviously embraced the staff that are currently with us. You've got likes of Danny and Eric, who Sam knows really well, especially Danny, having played with him so often, but you know, they're in regular contact, and I think that obviously helps going forward. It was really important that we got somebody who fitted into that and didn't upset what we've got there. A lot of people bring in their own staff throughout. Other managers are interested in that, whereas Sam, obviously with the relationship he's got with Danny and Eric, it's really important that we continue what we've done over the last 5 or 6 games.
And once you highlighted that he was the man you wanted to bring to the club, I guess contacting Wrexham and going about things in the right way.
Yeah, we spoke to Wrexham, asked for permission. They obviously wanted the compensation agreed prior to us being allowed to speak to them, which is fair enough, I can understand that. So obviously we got that agreed, and then we were given permission to speak to Sam. The chairman and I met him and things went well, and we've moved it on since then, so I think we're delighted. We've done a lot of due diligence over the last few weeks on every candidate, not just Sam, but every single potential candidate out there. We've looked at things very closely, and to be fair to Danny and Eric, they've given us that time, afforded us that time to look really closely into whether it's Sam or whether it's other people as well, to make sure that we hopefully get the right person.
And I guess as well, once that's all done and dusted, it's sort of stories tend to come out through the media and other bits and bobs, but until today nothing was put with the pen to paper.
No, absolutely. You know, Sam signed a contract this morning, which is great, which is what we wanted to achieve. There's no chance in putting anything out at all. There's no point in speaking about it, because as you say, until it's signed and sealed, then there's nothing to say at that time. Obviously there's discussions going on behind the scenes with Wrexham last week as well, and we've got to be fair to them too. Unfortunately the speculation hasn't helped Sam's situation with Wrexham, for the game at the weekend, but unfortunately that's just the way it's come out, which is obviously a disappointment from everybody's sake, because I think Sam was looking to take the game on Saturday because nothing had been signed, and obviously we'd had discussions, but that was it.
Now it's all done and dusted, an exciting time for Shrewsbury.
Hopefully I think Sam comes over, ticks a lot of the boxes that we were looking for, and I'm sure going forward that with his background working with Danny and Eric, when the staff we've already got at the club, then hopefully we can get the fruits of what we've got to put in to get him in today.
With the game Sunday means players are off today, which means it fit quite nicely to start tomorrow morning afresh and with Sam in charge. Yeah,
I mean Danny's obviously out today to meet or see Sam, because he knows him, and they've been obviously speaking the last couple of days as well as things have progressed once we got permission. So I think he now needs to understand where we're at. We'll go up to the training ground, show him around the training ground, and I'm sure he'll be impressed with that. Obviously lean very much on Danny and Eric, and the experience they've had, but I think from speaking to him even this morning, talking about he doesn't want to upset what we've achieved in the last 5 or 6 games, and it's really important we continue the progress that we've made in the last 3 weeks.
And I guess finally takes over a club which is in League One, in not a bad position, in the FA Cup third round draw and in the Checkatrade knockouts.
Yeah, I think to be fair to Sam, there probably weren't that many clubs he would potentially have considered, and I've got to be honest, he was very open about it, that Shrewsbury is a club he's always watched out for. He knows there's a good stable background, he knows the stadium, he knows the facilities that we've got with the training ground. So
well, as well, looking at Sam as well, I mean managerial wise he's only been in the job at Wrexham from the start of the season, so some might look at his experience and sort of question if he's got enough.
Yeah, I think you look at even Danny and Eric over the last 3 weeks and the last 6 games, who have had very little experience of that, and they've done well. And sometimes you have to look at what you think can be a long-term aim, and you think, well, if he'd done 40 games, 50 games, maybe he might go on to a higher level if he's still progressing the way he has progressed in the last 6 months of management. He's obviously done very well at Wrexham, and obviously the due diligence that we've done in the past few weeks has come out very positive. Everybody speaks very, very highly of him. Very honest manager, likes to get things done, embraces modern technology, and I'm sure he'll be a big success here.